First up, could Matthew McConaughey be stepping into some seriously iconic pink shoes? We're talking a potential Barbie sequel, and America Ferrara thinks he'd be the ultimate king of the Kens. What did Matthew himself say to that pitch? You are not going to believe his answer. Next, we're looking at the genius behind Barbie herself, Greta Gerwig. She's opening up about her admiration for a true Hollywood legend, Diane Keaton, and how their acting styles have surprising similarities. What does Gerwig think makes Keaton so special, and how does it relate to her own career? And speaking of Greta Gerwig's Narnia, we've got a location scoop that's straight out of a fairy tale. Production for The Magician's Nephew has reportedly taken over a breathtaking, nearly 1,000-year-old church right in the heart of London. We're talking ancient history meeting cinematic magic. Finally, we circle back to the potential Barbie sequel and what Margot Robbie had to say about Matthew McConaughey joining the cast. Plus, what's the latest on whether a sequel is even happening? Stick around for all the juicy details and make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to Drip Feed, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a moment. Matthew McConaughey's Kenergy could dominate a Barbie sequel. Remember the cultural earthquake that was Barbenheimer? Well, the buzz around a potential Barbie sequel is heating up, and a surprising name has been thrown into the ring. Matthew McConaughey, America Ferrara, fresh off her powerful role in the first film, believes McConaughey would be a fabulous Ken, even suggesting he'd be the king of Kens. When Matt's co-star pitched the idea, his response was pure McConaughey gold. Capital K Ken, with a song called Capital K Ken. It's the kind of confident, slightly quirky declaration that has fans already imagining his entrance into Barbieland. McConaughey, known for his dramatic prowess in films like Interstellar and Dallas Buyers Club, has also shown his comedic chops in earlier works, making him a prime candidate for a role that demands both charisma and a touch of playful absurdity. Imagine him mentoring the other Kens, bringing his unique brand of cool to the role, perhaps channeling his Magic Mike energy into a more family-friendly, yet still iconic, portrayal. Fans are already going wild with the idea, flooding social media with fan art and theories about his potential character. The prospect of McConaughey leading the Kens has sparked a huge wave of excitement, with many believing he's the perfect fit to bring a new dynamic to the Barbie universe. While Greta Gerwig has been cautious about committing to a sequel, hinting that it needs a deeper purpose, rumors of a Ken-centric follow-up persist. Could McConaughey's Kenergy be the spark that ignites the next chapter of Barbie? Don't go anywhere, because we're about to dive into what makes Greta Gerwig such a visionary director, and it involves a surprising Hollywood icon. And next up, we're uncovering a secret filming location for Greta Gerwig's Narnia that's almost 1,000 years old. Greta Gerwig on Diane Keaton, a kinship of quirky charm. Greta Gerwig, the mastermind behind the global phenomenon Barbie, is recognized for her incredible directorial vision. But before she was commanding blockbusters, she was an indie darling known for her unique on-screen persona. Now, Gerwig is sharing her deep admiration for another iconic talent, Diane Keaton, drawing parallels between their distinct Hollywood presences. Gerwig, who burst onto the scene with films like Frances Ha, has often played characters that resonate with a specific, charmingly offbeat quality. She's candid about not being a chameleon like Meryl Streep, stating, "I don't think anybody would hire me if they wanted somebody who was completely a blank slate." Instead, she embraces her unique screen presence, much like the legendary Diane Keaton. Gerwig pointed out, "If you hire Diane Keaton, you're going to get Diane Keaton. She can play lots of different things, but she more often than anything is Diane Keaton." This sentiment highlights a shared understanding between the two artists, the power of owning one's distinctiveness. Keaton, a legend from The Godfather to Annie Hall, is celebrated for her eccentric, captivating performances. Gerwig sees a reflection of this in her own career, acknowledging that certain roles feel more natural and authentic to her. She's not aiming to play historical figures like Queen Elizabeth, but rather to inhabit roles that allow her inherent qualities to shine through, much like Keaton's unforgettable portrayal of Annie Hall. This approach has cemented both women as unique forces in Hollywood, celebrated for their authenticity and undeniable charm. But is Greta Gerwig's magic confined to the silver screen? we've got a scoop on where her next epic project is actually being filmed. And next, we're talking about the legend himself, Matthew McConaughey potentially joining the Barbie universe, and Margot Robbie has some thoughts. Netflix's Narnia heads to a 900-year-old London church. Get ready, Narnia fans. Filming for Netflix's upcoming adaptation of The Magician's Nephew, directed by Greta Gerwig, has reportedly taken a turn for the historic. Reports indicate that production has been taking place inside the magnificent St. Bartholomew the Great, a stunning Anglican church in London that has stood for an incredible 900 years. The ancient place of worship, located in the heart of London, has been a key filming location over the past week, according to Narnia Web. St. Bartholomew's, known for its breathtaking architecture and rich history, has been closed to the public since September 9th and is set to reopen on September 18th, suggesting a significant amount of shooting has been happening behind its hallowed doors. While the specific scenes being filmed remain under wraps, the choice of such a venerable and atmospheric location promises to add an unparalleled sense of grandeur and authenticity to Gerwig's vision of C.S. Lewis's magical world. This isn't the first time this iconic church has been featured in a major film. It previously provided a backdrop for blockbusters like Avengers, Age of Ultron, Snow White and the Huntsman, and Sherlock Holmes. The news has sent ripples of excitement through the Narnia fanbase, eager to see how this ancient setting will be transformed into the fantastical realm of Narnia. But the magic doesn't stop there. We're heading back to Barbieland to see who else might be joining the cast and what the stars themselves are saying. And next, we're discussing the one and only Matthew McConaughey and his potential role in a Barbie sequel, straight from Margot Robbie. Margot Robbie weighs in on Matthew McConaughey's potential Barbie sequel role. The question on everyone's lips: will Matthew McConaughey be the king of the Kens in a Barbie sequel? The Interstellar star has expressed his keen interest, and now, none other than Margot Robbie is weighing in, giving the idea her enthusiastic stamp of approval. During a recent appearance on Today, when asked about McConaughey potentially taking on the role, an idea previously floated by Barbie star America Ferrara, Robbie couldn't contain her excitement. Hearing that McConaughey was interested, she exclaimed, "Wonderful. Thank you for doing that." McConaughey himself, seeing mock-ups of him as Ken, gushed, "It's already coming to life. It'd be hard to say no to that, wouldn't it?" This mutual enthusiasm has fans buzzing about the possibility of seeing the beloved actor bring his unique charisma to Barbieland. However, the path to a Barbie sequel is far from certain. Margot Robbie has previously stated that the cast and crew put everything into that movie, and that any continuation would be entirely up to director Greta Gerwig. Gerwig herself has expressed that she's currently at zero when it comes to ideas for a sequel, emphasizing that she needs a strong, meaningful concept before even considering another film. She's also known for keeping her creative process private until ideas are fully formed, making any official announcements unlikely in the near future. Despite the uncertainty, the shared excitement between McConaughey and Robbie certainly keeps the dream of a Barbie sequel alive. That's all the hottest Hollywood news for today, but we'll be right back with a super fast recap of everything we covered. And finally, stick around for our lightning round recap and the full drip feed call to action. All right, drip feed fam, that's a wrap on today's hottest news. We heard Matthew McConaughey might be the king of the Kens. In a Barbie sequel, Greta Gerwig is channeling Diane Keaton vibes, and Narnia is filming in a 900-year-old church. Plus, Margot Robbie is all for McConaughey joining the Barbie universe. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Drip Feed for all your entertainment news, hit that notification bell so you don't miss a single update, drop a comment below telling us what you think, and follow us on all our socials. We'll catch you in the next one.